Hello. How goes it?
Hello.
How are you?
Doing
How are
good.
things? For the benefit of everyone, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I can do that. My name's Nathan Noller. I'm a senior front-end developer at a company called Kettle. I work on a lot of, I guess, really flashy, random, or like marketing pages and stuff like that. Stuff that uses a lot of animations, but also, oddly, just also needs to be really accessible. Usually those things aren't paired, but that's kind of the stuff I work on and specialize in. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
that's who I am.
And you're also, I think you've viewed quite a few other streams already, haven't you? And
Yeah,
you've
I'm
been contributing.
regularly in the chat as Nojo.
Yeah, yeah. Not only have you been contributing quite a lot in the chat, but you've also done some stuff after the streams. Specifically, you worked on. Oh god, my memory's fading now. We worked on yesterday's component. You made an alternative, which was really cool. I'm gonna pull that up actually.
Yeah,
Um, so yesterday we worked on this image compare element, and you did an extended one, which did like an image diff in a different way, right? It was using blend modes,
yeah. I
and
was thinking about like those like image diff tools, like where you compare two images that were like
yeah,
kind of similar, and but you want to see like the difference, like almost like a git diff.
exactly,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
and so I was like, I bet you could do that with CSS. And I'm not like great with blend mode, but I was like, I think I figured it out. It took a while, like comparing different properties, but
I really
I like
like
just took an
I really like how you've done it where it's just like a declarative web component. There's no JS going on. I think that's super cool.
yeah,
Just using CSS is awesome. Blend mode difference, I guess, is the was the magic trick.
yeah. It's like I first off had it on like that slotted the image, and so mix blend mode makes it like I believe it's like how it mixes with um, the elements around it. I forget. I always mix it up with the background blend mode, and then I apply the background blend mode to just highlight where it was changed. So I just like downloaded my Git avatar, opened up preview, and just like drew a line on it, and that's that green spot there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That
Definitely
makes
could
sense.
be more robust and accessible and stuff. But
That's really awesome. The other one you worked on was I'm going to pull up the link as well because there was another one that you worked on as well, right? Which was an extended version of. I'm really forgetting now because we're now into
yeah,
the.
I did.
There's so many of
I
these.
did the two embed. I styled that one, and
Oh, awesome! I
I
think I
think
missed that
made
one
some
then.
changes to that. I think I made a PR actually, but like a
Oh wow!
draft PR. It was very much a draft.
I
And
see. I
then
don't know if I've been watching. I don't know if I've been starring all these properly. So that's my bad on that one.
oh, it was the second on from
It
the
was the
top.
second one, wasn't it? Yeah, there's two in bed. Oh, yeah. I need to watch these. Oh, this is awesome. Oh wow, fantastic. That's really cool. I'll definitely check that out after the stream. But I guess we should be building some web components, right? That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Um, so let's spin up the wheel, the roulette wheel of. Oops. He says, "Why is that not loading?" Reload, reload.
Oh,
Uh oh. Oh, it crashed. Why did it crash? Oh no, something is going horribly wrong. Is it? Oh, is it just examples? That's the problem.
there we
Okay, there we go. Right, we're gonna pick a component, and today's component is falling snow.
go. That's on brand for me.
On brand.
I live in
In
Canada,
cold
where it's
Canada.
very cold and snowing.
What is it?
I'm shoveling all the time.
What is it currently at the moment in French units, please?
Um, It is negative 20 degrees here.
Negative 20. Wow.
Celsius.
Yeah.
Feels like negative 30.
I was complaining the other day because it was -2 here, and it was too cold. Negative 20 is very, very cold. Okay, well, does it still snow at negative 20, or is it just the ice everywhere?
It does. Yeah, it does. It usually snows when it's a bit warmer, and it's so funny here because like we talk about warmer and 0 degrees, we're like not wearing our big winter coats. We're like outside in t-shirts and stuff.
Right, I'm going to clone the boilerplate as we usually do. I think gonna need to do the single sign-on dance because I forgot to do that. Oh dear, here we go. This is the worst thing about working at GitHub. I think I've said this already, but you have to single sign-on quite a lot when you're...
I totally get that.
Right, here we go, we're back. Oop, there we go. So we're going to clone this, no, what was this called? This was Falling Snow. I already closed it, but Falling Snow element. We'll create the repository, we'll clone it. Falling Snow element. Okay. So we're going to do the usual. We're going to take this Falling Snow. Now, what do we think this is actually going to look like? Because I guess we're going to take over the page with some snow that's falling down. Is it going to be... Would you reckon we should have it as like a root element? Should it wrap the entire page? Should there be content like here?
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could be either. Like it could take over the whole page or like a section of the page.
Yeah.
I think it would be fun just to make it just a root element where it just kind of like, or well, like not something that wraps everything, but where you just like include it and then
you just drop it in as an element. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Oops. Oh no. Okay, I'm not on my best form right now. We want to find this. We want to replace it with Falling Snow. There we go. Okay, and then this one we're going to replace with... I still need to figure out some kind of script to do this for me, but I am eternally lazy, and it's not going to happen. Okay, cool. So let's start the web server. So I'm going to cd into Falling Snow and run npm start. And that's just using... hey, it's snowing. The web server, by the way, I don't think I've ever run it on the stream, but it's just using web dev server. There's nothing special about it. It's just web dev server with some args. DNTNT, you say, is my script broken? I can fix it. I'm not going to lie, I haven't run the script. I do need to look at your script. I did check out the source code. Wonderful work. I keep meaning to like use it, but by the time I remember, we're already in it, and I'm just like, okay, I just need to but I'll definitely check it out. I'm gonna check it out after this one. But
I'm happy you wrote that because I've been tempted to write it.
I had like the sketch of one with some basic code, but it was dreadful. But yeah, DNTNT has made a much more robust version that looks pretty cool. Maybe I'll. We've got 3 more streams left. I'll be sure to run it in one of them. Okay, it's snowing. We haven't got our text content change here. You say, I think it doesn't keep the element at the end of the custom element file as you do. Oh yeah, that's probably the problem why this is failing, and it is. Yeah, that would be cool. I really like the element suffix. I think I don't know. It falls in line with the rest of the elements that are available, like HTML element stuff.
I feel like I've started doing that since I've watched the stream.
Yeah, I'm going to be spreading all my habits, which is probably not the best thing. Um,
Especially if you're like doing like a one-to-one with like a web API, it's like, oh, number format. Well, that's a thing already. So like you want to make the class number format element to like
yeah,
differentiate it.
yeah, exactly, yeah, yeah. Okay, so I guess we're going to use the shadow DOM again. So we want a render root. We don't have to do this, but I like doing this. So this dot attach shadow, if it's if it's mode open, I don't know why I'm getting double D's now. My keyboard is slowly failing me, but it was made by a UK company that's now defunct, and so I can't get replacements for it. And I'm really attached to this one keyboard, even though I'm terrible at typing. But attach shadow mode open will set this dot shadow root, and so you can use this dot shadow root instead of having this render root. But I really like doing render root for two reasons. One is for some components I've tended to fall back to so I'll say like if attach shadow in this this dot attach shadow else, well, I guess this would be not an if but like a ternary, else this, and so this can fall back if Shadow DOM's not supported in an older browser if you need it. And so it's good to have the render root because that's then a property that you can access. The other thing is this shadow root isn't added if the mode is closed, and so you'll need it anyway. And so I like to just have this convention of render root is always going to be, it could be a shadow root, it could be the element itself, or it could be the closed shadow root, and you can change it without doing loads and loads of refactoring. So that's the only reason I do this, but it's whatever. Okay, so we got a closed shadow root. We're going to do a style sheet, I guess, because this is going to be a lot of styles. I forgot that this CSS style sheet, this doesn't actually work without a polyfill in Safari, which is a bit disappointing. But
yeah, I think there's a PR to add it, though.
Oh,
I think
awesome.
it's available in the tech preview.
That's awesome.
Like without any needing to turn it on. So.
Excellent. That's great. We will position absolute, I guess, on this element.
Yeah, I guess everything will be. I wonder, or like, so I wonder if like, do we want it so that when you're scrolling, like it fixed my.
Oh no. Have you dropped out? Oh no. He's gone. Nathan's gone. Is he back? Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back now.
You were like just about to go into a really cool point, I'm sure, and then you just disappeared.
Yeah. So I was saying I think maybe it should be like position fixed because absolute would like if you scrolled the page, I guess it would like because I imagine the snow is going to be like relative to where the host element is.
Right, yeah. I've completely blanked on this. This is not the right. What is it again? Adopted. It is adopted styles, isn't it?
Oh, I think it's adopted style sheets or style sheets.
Is it adopted style sheets?
You got an extra S right before the capital S in sheets.
Whoops. Okay, that looks more like it. Yeah. Okay. So you're saying like this should be position fixed, then?
Yeah.
And then we can create some elements, I guess. Like, do we want to? I guess when we connect, we want to say like drop snow, right? And then we're gonna have like a drop snow method, and we could create like a.
I was gonna say let's wrap the drop snow in a. We'll use window match media, and we'll just like right up front check if
Oh, prefers
If
reduced motion.
yeah,
That's a
if
great
reduced
idea.
motion is set.
We can call. Is it? Oh, it's on. It's on the.
Yeah.
This isn't it? Is it? Again, my CSS is going to fail me. So we want to do match media. We call
Yeah, I
match
think
media.
it might be window match media.
Let's look at match media.
Yeah.
So it's match media with a query string, and then we want. Oh right, we wrap it in this. Is it like prefers reduced motion, just like this?
So usually what I do is I say prefers reduced motion and then colon no hyphen preference. And that's just like the default if they haven't set that preference. So I just check if that's like what's been set, and then make it drop. If you wanted to be like, I think there is maybe a way to be a little bit more strict with it. I guess like I believe it would probably fail accessibility guidelines, because I think this animation probably is longer than the minimum it needs to be, but
it's definitely going to be distracting regardless. It's kind
usually
of the
you
point
need
of it,
to have
right?
like a play pause button for animations that are a little bit more.
Okay, cool. So we should. So if I console log here now, dropping, we should still see this, right?
Yeah, you'll also want to. So match media gives you back an object.
It does matches.
And then I think matches is the yeah, you got it.
Right. So we're still getting the dropping though. When I refresh, I still see dropping, which is great. So from here, I guess we can I guess we want to like we always want to create an element, I guess.
Yeah, and it's like I guess we can use. Okay, so because this is where things get fun, because it's like, okay, like we can use the whole set timeout and then do, or we can use like a request animation frame loop to make the animation smooth.
I mean, we could also look at CSS animations. I don't know if that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, actually, you know what? That's a much better idea, because that's gonna take away the amount of math we need to do.
So if we just like, I guess if we make a div that's styled, and we can use properties, and then so if this was like document create element div, or it could be also this document. So we've got an element. We can append it. Whoops, append snowflake, and then we can say like snowflake style set property. I guess we want like a left. Let's set this to 50% for now. So we should have had one div added. So if we go to the inspector, we've got nothing so far. Why have we got nothing? 404 not found. Aborted 500. Oh, I got a TypeScript error because I'm missing that. I don't know how I ended up deleting that, but now it's no longer 500ing. So we've got a shadow root, we've got a div, and it's got the left property of 50%. And so now we could be like position. I guess this one's going to be position absolute or position fixed. Do you think?
I think I'd use absolute here, because we want it absolute based on the parent.
Right. So if I add a border 10 pixel solid hot pink, just for now, I don't think we want hot pink snowflakes, but for now it'll be useful. I guess we also want to set a top of 0 for now. Although that's already
Instead, let's use. I wonder. Okay, so here's the thing: is like if you're doing animation, generally you want to use like the translate properties, just because they
animate well. Like
they render better.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if we should just like instead of position absolute, we use those properties to do all our math.
Yeah. Okay. So
technically they'll all be like maybe like at the top in the top corner, but
right.
what we're going to be doing is setting the translation of them, and then I guess we'll have to like set where they start from and where they're going.
Transform is like its own property now, right? So would we do?
Yeah.
What would it be? It wouldn't be scale, would it? It's another word.
I think actually you mean translate as its own property.
Translate is its own property, right? Yeah. So it's translate. Like, would I just say var dash left?
Okay, so
it's like I guess it's going to be X and Y, right?
So can you go to the host selector?
Yeah.
In the host selector, say inset 0. So I'm using logical properties. I've gotten so used to using them, and that's a very nice shorthand. That's like shorthand for block start, block end, inline. I'm probably doing this the wrong way for my camera spelled flip, but inline start and inline end.
Right. So if you were to do like padding inline start is the equivalent of padding left.
Yeah, for left to right.
And then if you have a downwards writing direction, it is actually the top and the padding top, but you want that because you want the downward writing direction to be reflective of the page content. Like everything is flipped in that way.
Yeah, it's kind of unrelated to what we're going to be doing because translate doesn't actually have like logical properties.
Yeah.
But just the inset 0 is just so nice. It's just so nice and short. And so can we just make sure that the falling snow, we want it to cover the entire screen.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So I guess let's set the height and width with we'll use the
100 VW.
Yeah.
Well, that should be width, right?
Yeah.
Width should be 100 VW. Height should be 100 VH for viewport heights. There's different units on this though, isn't there? Although I forget which ones. We're not. This isn't working now. I wonder if the style sheets.
Oh, you spelled position wrong. So line 4 after the S.
Yeah. There we go. Suddenly it's working
awesome.
A lot better. That makes a lot of sense.
Covering the screen. Yeah, there are some new units with the I think it's the back. Uh-oh.
We have doggos. They are I believe doggos make the best web component authors, so they're welcome to add their input. Yeah, no worries. So the left isn't working, which is weird. Or maybe it is. I'm going to try this manually. So this works, but 50%...
Yeah, that works.
I guess 50% is now like 50% of the element itself. Like if I were to say a left of 50% here, and this was position absolute, excuse me, the left is going to be 50% of the viewport, or it's going to be 50% of the containing element. The problem with translate is 50% is 50% of the element itself. You're muted, I think, or your audio's dropped out.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say it might be good to use Oh, he wants to come back in.
This looks like it's working though. But if I change this to like 500 pixels, that works.
Yeah, so I guess it will be good to use left to set like the initial point where it's going to drop down from, but then we'll use the translate values to like kind of give like a we'll use like
offset.
we'll use an easing function, but it's like going to be like a sine wave going down where it's like kind of like
yeah. So the left can still be a percentage. So we could now say like math.random times so math.random gives you a number between 0 and 1, and so I think we just want to multiply it by 100 and then floor that, and that will give us a number between 0 and 100. And we can apply that here like so, and then whoops, and then we also need to just add the percent sign like so, and so that should be it. So this should now, every time I refresh, this should be getting a different 80. Well, left 71. Oh, is the translate still? Wait, the left.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I've done the same position typo here for some reason. Now this is working. Yeah, see, now we're getting different positions, different starting positions. So now we can think about the translate.
Yeah, and I think what we can probably do for that is because like we're gonna want them to like fall at different speeds, and then maybe have different like, I don't know, maybe some are gonna be like dropping straight down versus one might be a heavier snowflake or a lighter snowflake, and that will influence how it falls. I guess
like,
to start, can we make a keyframe?
Yes, we can embed keyframes in style sheets within the shadow root, and they will work, right? I say that like I was definitely sure, and then I was like, wait, hold on, can we?
There is a weird thing where it's like if you define a keyframe in a shadow root in, I think, Chrome and Firefox, it's not available outside of the shadow root.
Yeah.
But in Safari, it is, I think. Like, there's just some weird stuff like that.
Yeah, that sounds like Safari needs to fix that maybe.
So here we're going to translate Y, and we'll go from Y0 to, I think it might be, I don't know if it's is it that?
Like,
I haven't actually used the newer...
like this?
Oh, I think it's translate no hyphen and then the coordinate. So Y.
Oh, like, so it'll still need to be like this, I guess?
Or like translate uppercase Y.
Oh, like
is the
caramelized.
Yeah.
I see. Like this.
Yeah.
And I guess we want to animate.
Let's translate it from like 0 to, we'll do like 100 VH. I don't know, like maybe we want it to come past it, or...
Yeah, that's a good point. Like even 110.
Yeah.
So we want to animate. I forget the syntax for animate. I guess it's like...
Yeah, so snowflake. So with the animate, like you can, like, I think the only thing that matters is values that are the same. Like you can move the name of it around, you can move the timing function around, but like duration always comes before delay.
Interesting.
If I recall correctly.
Well, we could have a look. So it seems like it hasn't applied.
Animate 1 second linear.
I guess let's just plug it in.
Oh, it might be, you know what? It's going really fast and it's resetting, I think. So
I think it's just maybe just an invalid property that was dropped.
Oh yeah. Oh, animation.
Animation.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So it is triggering. It's doing something very weird. It is.
After linear, just say both, and that sets the fill mode of it. I just usually default to both. There's like different benefits of.
What are the others on this? I guess we can unfurl
So
this and see. So this is the, like you said, the animation fill mode, and I thought you could edit this. So there's both, and there's.
So there's both, and then I think there might be. Oh, I forget if it's. My memory is failing me. Animation fill mode. Forwards and backwards. So if you want it to fill forwards or jump back to the start, it would be backwards.
Okay.
So that's like when it finishes, that's how it's like filling. So I usually say both just because usually my start value and my end value are like what I want the start and end to be. So
Yeah.
Okay, but this is interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be moving all that much. I'm wondering if... So, it looks like the translate Y property hasn't been picked up.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it needs to be translated. Maybe translate Y, like it's not coming up in the autocomplete. I wonder if translate Y is only transform translate Y?
Let me just see.
If we set this to 110 VH though.
Oh, you know what? I might have missed. I wonder if there's only a translate.
It's interesting that it's... I don't know if...
Oh, you know what? I don't think there is shorthands for or like longhand, I guess. For,
yeah, DNTNT says it's only translate when it comes to the rule. Almost certain. I agree. I mean, it's not auto-completing here, which it should do if it was an available rule. But excuse me, it seems like it's working. We're actually getting it, and so I think maybe what we also want to do is just for now, I'm going to set timeout to drop another one. Drop snow. Whoops. Let's say every 500 milliseconds. See how wild that is. Yeah, this is cool.
Nice.
This is more like rain at the moment. Weird acid pink rain. But we've got something that's going, which is great. So I guess it probably wants to be more like 10 seconds or maybe even...
Yeah, that's good. And I think we also might want to set the starting translate Y and the ending translate Y to be a bit before and after, so that we don't see them like populate.
Yeah, that's a great idea. So this could be minus 10 VH, I guess, and then you get that like. So just to see the difference, they kind of pop in, but then if we do this, you kind of get that gradual. Yeah, this looks great already. Okay, cool. Snow doesn't fall like this though. Snow moves around. I wonder if we should play with like what I'd like to do. You kind of inspired me by talking about the logical properties, and then you also were saying like snow is different, right? I wonder if we had a property like density, and that could impact both the opacity and the speed. So a higher density is like a higher speed, but a deeper opacity. I don't know if that's a terrible idea or what, but we'll find out.
No, I think that's a good idea. I guess there might be like depth to like how far is the snow away that might change the opacity.
So let's I'm gonna just plug in density for now, and we'll see what happens. Cool. So they're different opacities, which is awesome. So I think that was pretty easy.
And how about let's take that density and let's use that in calculating the duration of the snowflakes fall.
Yeah, great idea. Yeah, so I guess we don't want it to be. If we'd said, well, let's noodle around in the inspector actually. So let's say speed is going to be calc var density. Cool. Just got rid of my property entirely. Thanks. That was cool. Right. Speed is going to be calc var density. Okay. So I should be able to. Can I inspect this value now? It's just not going to inspect. Oh, there. Can you see the tooltip on the stream? You can't, unfortunately.
Yeah. So I was thinking we might actually want to store density as a number because you can't multiply two properties with units. And then in opacity, I guess might just be able to leave it if it's right.
I think we need to now divide this by 100. To get like an integer or a float value, which this looks great. This looks a bit more reliable. So so we got the density. We got the so this particular one is 6. So we can set. I might do this up here as well. Like a speed is going to be calc var density. DNTNT says, can it also be made a little smaller based on the density? I think that's a great idea. Yeah, we can change this, right? So this could be well, this could be the same. I guess we want to divide it by 10. So if we said var density divided by 10 here, then we're going to get some hopefully small and large ones. Oh no, it's bugged out.
We usually avoid CSS, but this one's
we're leaning fully in now. Something's gone wrong. Let's see. What has gone wrong here now? We're getting new divs. Oh, this is a number, not a pixel value, and so we need to change this to a pixel value. I don't know how you actually change calculated values into different units.
So if you multiply it by like 10 pixels.
By 10 pixels, it will change it?
Or like, I don't know if we want to divide it. So wait, the density, trying to do some math.
So the density is just like the left. It's a number between 0 and 100. And so this is going to be between 0 and 100 pixels. Maybe we want to max it.
What if we changed density so it was between 0 and 1? Just because I just find that is nice for.
Absolutely, it's way easier here. Math.random. So then we need to. So here we just need to. I mean, this is just density now.
Yeah. And then over there, 10 pixels times density.
10 pixels times density. Oops. Okay, we're back to it. So I guess we want to probably actually get rid of the border. This should probably be width, right? And maybe what we want to do, if we can set aspect ratio 1, and that will make it a square, and then we'll still have border radius 100% to make it round. He says, deleting it, and then we want a background of hot pink. Cool. So we're getting some in here, which is great. I think what I might do is change the background to what do we want? What kind of color do we want? Can we do it on the root element? Background. If we did black, that's not the best. But like, is that going to be enjoyable to look at? I don't think so.
Wonder if there's like a CSS color for midnight or something like that.
Oh yeah, midnight. Should we plug it in and see what comes out? Nothing. That sucks.
Oh no.
Something I've been enjoying lately is this open props. I don't know if you've seen this. But it's a bunch of CSS variables. But what's really nice about this is it's got some nice colors as well. So like we could look at like a color like this. I'm just gonna. Oh wait, DNT&T is providing a color 3A4BF4. We're gonna plug that in then, for sure. If I can even. What is going on right now? Okay, there we go. Is that? Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Whew, we got there. Right. Okay, this is looking nice. So our snowflakes are a little pink still, and so we'll change this to white now, and we'll actually get some snowflakes. Hey, hey, hey. This is looking way more the piece, right? What are we missing? So we want some more animation style, I think.
So we can, like, this is where I'm interested if we'll be able to do this, because like it's like right now we're doing the Y translation,
Yeah.
but I wonder if we'll want to do like the X as well. But the thing is, like, that's gonna have to be, or like, because we're animating the same property, so this is where I think sometimes people will they'll calculate the whole like they'll use JavaScript and then they'll calculate the translation and set that as the style.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Instead of using a keyframe.
Right.
Because it's too bad there isn't like a translate X and translate Y as two separate.
I mean, we can use custom properties here. Right.
Yeah.
So we could apply the custom property to the.
So I don't know if it will let us do that, because translating custom properties or animating custom properties, like, it doesn't know the unit, so it doesn't know how to like interpolate it. However, we can use the at property, which should work in Chrome, which I believe you're using.
Yeah. I'm interested in that property.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. That would be fun. And this is like my biggest like wish list item in CSS right now is app property. So if you do like a app property,
just in the root like this.
Yeah, and then so after app property.
Yeah.
So the syntax is app property, and then like your CSS custom property, and then I don't know what we want to call it. I'm terrible at naming things. It's like the
waviness.
Yeah. Waviness. Yeah.
Is this the right word? I don't know how to spell it. We can call it foo for now, and then we'll think of a better name.
We'll call it foo. This is why things are called foo and bar.
Yeah, yeah.
So then, create a block with the curly braces.
Right, yep.
And then, so syntax is the property name.
Oh, literally syntax?
Yeah, and I'm trying to remember, it might be...
Let's have a look at...
length?
Is it a proposal, or is it a... Oh, it's on a MDN. So
it's part of the Houdini...
Oh, cool. So we can say length.
Yeah,
like this, just literally like that. And this will enable the animation for it then? Like it gives the browser an understanding, I guess.
Yeah, so what we're gonna do is make another keyframe, because like what we'll do is we'll use this keyframe for like the falling, because we know like that needs to go from 0 to 100 effectively.
Yeah.
But what we're gonna do is make the waviness, but we're gonna make that repeat as it goes down.
Right, exactly.
And so what we can do is use like an easing function to do that. I think the ease function or timing function might be.
Well, I mean, we can
go
wild and customize one and just get a cubic Bezier out and plug that in, right? But yeah, ease it out or something could be. That's pretty close to a. I wonder what this would look like. That's probably not what we want, but easing out is probably the right one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so So how do we do two animation properties? Because this is now stretching the limits
Okay,
of my
so-
already limited CSS. I realize we also have a memory leak because I've got like
Yeah, we'll
500
have to remove
snowflakes. What should we do about that? Because
So something that we can do is add a event listener for animation end
I was thinking the
on the
same.
div.
Yeah.
But so here's the thing: is that we're gonna have to figure out if it's the right animation.
Oh yeah. It's animation ends all one word lowercase, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I guess let's have a look at the animation end event. I wonder if this gives us detail about this. So it gives us the animation name.
Yeah.
So we could
wondering
say if animation if event animation name is equal to snowflake, right? Then we want to say remove.
Yeah.
Our code's not working anymore, I think. Add event
I
listener is.
wonder if there's. Oh, yeah. That's.
It always helps to spell things right. Compilers really enjoy correct spelling. Cool. So let's track one of these. Try and grab one. Let's see if it. Okay. Yeah, these are getting removed now. That's great. It's great to be.
Yeah,
memory
that's an
efficient.
easier way of doing it. I've worked with so the web animation API is really cool too, because what you can do is like say get animations, and it will actually give you like an animation object, and then
Oh, cool.
I think it's all promise based. So like you
Yeah.
can like add like a
Dot then.
dot then like once this is finished.
Yeah.
I think it's animation dot finished, and then do stuff when it's finished.
Oh wow, that's cool.
So that's nice for like restarting animations that usually aren't restartable with CSS and stuff like that.
Yeah, that would be really useful to like reuse some of these. Like we could just initially set up like 100 divs and just like reanimate them from the top or something.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to this waviness then. So we've got like
Yeah.
foo. What do we do with foo
Yeah.
then? Are we gonna set it here? Like,
So let's make a I don't know if we need more for the that property definition of that.
I did see
There
there's
are
like
a
an
few other
inherits. So I guess like inherits maybe would be 0 and initial value would be 0.
So inherits is whether it inherits from the parent or not. So it's true or false.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That makes a ton of sense.
Say false.
And then the initial value, which in this case, like we want it to be 0, I guess. It probably
Yeah.
is already.
And so what we'll do is now let's make another keyframe. And maybe we'll call it waviness. I don't know.
What about breeze? What do you feel about breeze?
Breeze. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. Okay.
And then so now what we're gonna do is actually animate the custom property.
Whoa. Okay. So like foo.
Yeah.
So why don't we
Yeah.
rename this to breeze now that we've like maybe got a better idea of what this is? So we're gonna say breeze goes from like 0 to
0 to 1 we could do, or I don't know. And then what we can do is in the translate in the snowflakes.
yeah. We say
I think
var
that's
breeze
where we might want to put it.
like this.
Yeah.
That's super cool. We've lost it though.
Yeah. And so let's think here. Initial value.
I wonder.
Oh, you're missing a semicolon after length on line 22.
Yes. We're still failing the animation though. I wonder if
So we do need to set up the animation for Breeze, but I don't know why that would be. Oh, that could be it.
yeah. So I think it wasn't
Oh,
set to a unit
yeah.
at all for some reason, but now it seems to be working a bit better.
Awesome.
So we got
So
the
now
zero.
on line 18 after the animation,
Yes.
if we add a comma, then we can specify our next one.
So if I did this, we should see them slowly moving.
In theory.
Maybe
We've
if I
done
did
everything
ease
right.
in out. Oh, and I want
Yeah.
it infinite somewhere, right? Infinite.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'm wondering if it's because it's only one. So
Yeah.
less in the snowflake keyframes instead of bar breeze. Let's say calc times our our start and our end. So
Oh, interesting.
maybe like 10 pixels,
like
something
10,
like
10
that.
pixels here.
Yeah, we could do that. And oh, we'll want to do that in from and to. So this is where it might be good to like introduce another CSS variable where it's
Okay.
just like
DNTNT's
like
asking,
X.
does it still need a unit? Because we specified a unit here, but like, does this need to be 0 pixels? Because that should be like from this, should be reflected. Right?
That's a good point. It probably does need a unit, and that might actually make it easier. Yeah, let's do that.
Here maybe, or like even here.
Yeah, but so then down in keyframes breeze,
Yeah,
let's give those units too.
that's a very good point. Yeah,
And then we can get rid of that calc stuff in on line 28.
this stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Theory.
In theory, we're not seeing it though. So let's find one. Let's see what we've got. So, oh, it's really frustrating. I might have to get rid of this now. Oops. Because this is quite jarring for debugging. So we've got this one. The breeze is set to 0 pixels. Is this overriding the animation, I'm wondering? Or is this actually animating these properties?
Not too sure. Yeah, I wish there was a console log.
Yeah, it would be really great to see what the actual value of breeze is.
Oh, actually, you know what? If you go to the animation thing in the DevTools here. Oh, you know what? Okay, so in DevTools, there is an animation panel.
Do I need to say more tools or something?
Yeah, up at the top there.
Yeah, there it is, yeah. And then I need to... Okay, cool. So it's this one, I guess. So it is animating something. It's got like a... But what is it doing?
I think it might not know.
This is really interesting stuff, this animation panel. It's not that evident exactly what's happening, but it's we can pause it. I wonder if we pause it, can we query what the breeze value is at a given time?
I wonder, maybe in computed, it might have the computed
That's a
property
great,
at that specific
great show,
time.
yeah.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Damn, it's surprisingly hard to do animations and debug these. What about 10% speed? I definitely can't see them moving. They don't seem to be like moving back and forth.
Yeah.
Maybe like let's just make this outrageous, like 5,000 pixels. Let's get this to be 100. Yeah, there's no movement whatsoever on these, is there? So, is there any way that we can inspect what this is doing? Like, can we even see the style sheet, I wonder? We should be able to, if I go to sources, can I see if there's a style sheet? This is I need to go into, like, where do I need to find this? I need to go into here, styles, because there's no way to inspect this constructed style sheet. That's a bit disappointing. If I said let's change the width maybe to breeze and see if this does anything. Because this should animate the size now, right? Let's make it 100 pixels by default. But the breeze property should be animating, is what you're saying. None of these are set though, which is interesting. Var breeze. We should see the width. Oh look, the width is changing, but it's just jumping. It's not interpolating.
Yeah, it's doing it discreetly. I wonder.
That's fascinating. It's cool to see that it is actually animating. But yeah, the problem is, I guess maybe this isn't working correctly. But it's definitely overriding this because it goes between 0 and 5,000. What if we do translate inherit minus 10 VH and do translate value inherit in the breeze animation? Oh, interesting. So your DNT is saying if this was inherit 10 VH and this was inherit, if I can spell inherit, and then this one would be translate like 0 pixels inherit.
I think they're gonna
conflict.
Clash.
Yeah, we've definitely lost. Let's change this to 100. Whoops. Let's change this to 50 pixels and 500 pixels, just so we can see. Oh wow, this is like some kind of jazz music visualization.
I guess it makes sense that actually the actually up in the definition for the div, for the CSS for the div,
right,
just add a transition, say transition with like, then give it a time,
right,
like maybe like
1 second.
Okay.
It's weird.
Or actually transition, and then dash breeze.
Oh, interesting.
I wonder if that will make it work. No, still animating discreetly.
I'm wondering if the property thing is the problem. I feel like the CSS this syntax, like I'm sure this is correct, but because we're not seeing it in the inspector, I think that might be a failing of the inspector. But like, we can't see it represented, and we don't know what this style sheet looks like. I mean, I could have a look at the like if I go into the adopted style sheets.
This is usually where I just open up CodePen and like check my.
So we got these rules. There is a CSS property rule. Inherits false. That's interesting. Why is that 0 pixels with a space? I don't know if that matters too much.
So CSS custom properties can actually like use space. So there's some really interesting hacks where people like create like on and off switches to create like and like or to create if and else statements in CSS where they just set it like empty space.
Oh wow.
Because if you think about it, if you have a CSS property and its value, the spaces matter.
That's true. Yeah.
Between stuff.
Yeah.
And so, an empty space, if you set something to an empty space, it's like just setting it to like off, to like not even work. In which case, you can make something like fall back to its default value, or just make a property invalid. And
oh wow, that's cool. Yeah, this stuff's awesome. I think I need to look into this a bit more. I need to level up my CSS skills. Maybe I should go watch someone else streaming some CSS stuff. As it stands,
you know what? Even without the breeze, this is still pretty cool, though.
Yeah, it was a lot better a second ago when I need to undo a bit. Where did we get to? So I think this was a good place. Yeah, this looks nice. Yeah, I mean we're at time, so maybe this is just a good place to leave this. Like we've got some nice falling snow. It would have been great to see some waftiness to it, but some waviness. But this is a good hour's work, I reckon. I'm gonna add your commit as a co-author, but I do need your GitHub handle for that.
Oh, that would be Knowler, Knowler.
Thank you very much. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Cool. So we'll commit this with the ever popular initial implementation message. We'll push this up. I think this is a cool little demo. It's definitely been one of the more fun components, and certainly slightly more seasonal than the others.
I thought we were gonna like redeem CSS in this stream, but it still got us.
It still got us, but I mean, it just proves that CSS is hard and that there is legitimacy to it as a language. Like people get salty about CSS being terrible. It's like it's super powerful, but it is complex. Well, yeah, I hope everyone had fun, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye bye for now.